Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I'm good, Melissa. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Glad to see your shining face this morning.
Oh, you as well. It's such a nice way for me to start my day and start my week with you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
So how has your week been?
Excuse me. Last week was a busy week. There was lots going on, and I really am proud to say I put some of our practices from the weeks prior into play, where I just came back to the simple things and what could I control, or what could I do in that moment to kind of take back some of my control and feel supported or feel reassured in the moment. So I'm thankful for your lessons.
Great. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. How about your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good as well. We had a really good week. It was beautiful, sunshiny. There was lots to be thankful for. And then I
Absolutely.
wake up to, I look out to the window, the dismal Monday morning. It's raining. It's kind of windy and chilly-ish out there. And sometimes when I have days like this, it's hard for me to be thankful, and it's hard
Yeah.
for me to see the good in the day. And especially when, we've had the month that we've had.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Kidding.
yeah. And I wonder if, a lot of people are feeling that way, just day in and day out. Sometimes it's a good day, the sun is shining, you're thinking of things to do and ways that you can control your own daily schedule and activities. And then there's
Hmm.
just some days when we think, oh, don't know if I can even put one foot in front of the other today.
Yes. It's so refreshing to hear you say that, Melanie, because last week I woke up every day and the sun was shining, and I feel like that that gave something extra to my day. And this morning waking up and yeah, seeing it grayer outside and drearier outside, I already know that today I'm going to have to work a little harder to, yeah, smile, have a good day, have that positive outlook.
That's right. And so today I thought we would talk about gratitude, or being thankful for what we already have. And you hit the nail on the nose when you said that when it's sunny outside, when things are going our way, when people are getting along with us, it's easier to be grateful and thankful on those days. It's easy
Yeah.
to pick out, that we've got these blessings, we've got these resources and these gifts surrounding us in our life. The challenge of gratitude comes when things aren't going very well for us,
Mhm.
when our day isn't going very well, or our relationships aren't going very well, or all of a sudden the government has told us all to stay home and stop connecting with each other face to face.
Yeah.
And but yet, that's when gratitude is most powerful. That's when gratitude will make the biggest difference in our life. And the reason is that being thankful requires us to do two things. One is that it requires us to be focused in the present moment, which is the whole idea of mindfulness. So it
Mhm.
requires us to be mindful and to really think about right now, what do I have in my life to be thankful for? I have my health, or I have good food on the table, or maybe I have a friend calling in a half an hour. Maybe I have shelter over my head.
Yeah.
And even today, we have the rain to give life to the flowers and to the grass that's starting to bring color into our world.
Absolutely. Melanie, I have heard that thinking of things that you are thankful for, or talking about gratitude or feeling gratitude is one of the um, best ways or easiest ways to start to shift your attitude or how
Yes,
you're feeling.
yes. So that's actually the second ingredient of gratitude. So one is that it makes us be mindful and focused on the present. The other one is that it forces us to think positive thoughts.
Mm.
You know, we can be caught up in worries like, oh, what if I what if I lose my job in this whole thing? Or what if I don't get my job back? And what if I don't have enough money to keep paying my rent and I lose my place? And we just start to catastrophize until it's worse
Yeah.
and worse and worse. Gratitude forces us to think positively, to reframe in a positive way. So rather than worrying about what could happen, I get to focus on what is happening. And right now, I have a place to keep me warm, to keep me dry, to keep me safe. Right now, I have the resources that I need to, keep food in my belly, or my medicines to keep me healthy. Or I've got, some people who are connecting with me on a fairly regular basis to show me that they care and show me that they love me.
That I can see how that does bring you back into the moment.
Yeah. Gratitude is not just fluff. Being thankful for what we have actually improves our health. It's been shown to improve our ability to, it boosts our immunity. It
Mm-hmm.
improves our energy. It improves our relationships with people, because the more we focus on how much we are grateful for their help, the less we focus on how much they can actually get on our nerves, which is
Yeah.
true for all relationships. But why not focus on the positive, on what we're thankful?
Yeah. It really sounds like that whole idea of positivity breeding positivity.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's contagious.
Yeah.
As soon as we become thankful and start expressing that to people, they too start thinking about how they're grateful for us. And being appreciated, doing something for someone else and then being thanked for it,
Mm-hmm.
actually helping people releases pleasure hormones in our body. And we can get a high from helping people. And it can become so reinforcing that we want to do more of it. And isn't that what we need in our world right now, is just helping people who are struggling through?
Yeah. Oh, I love that idea. What can you do to help somebody?
And it also gets our worries off of our own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I thought we could do today is do a body scan, a grateful body scan, and just
Yeah.
spend 5 to 10 minutes really working through the parts of our body and expressing thanks for what our body has done and is doing and will continue to do for us to keep us healthy and safe.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Right. I'm ready.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to get you to just get comfortable wherever you're at, in
Okay.
your seat or on a couch or wherever people might be. Just get comfortable. Put your 2 feet on the floor or put your feet against something like a pillow. It helps your body to feel grounded, so
Okay.
that kind of a mindfulness won't lead you so far into the imagination that you lose yourself. And then either close your eyes or rest them gently on something just ahead of you that isn't going to move or distract you. And I want you to just, of course, we always start to focus on our breath. Don't change your breath in any way. Just allow the breath to breathe itself. So noticing as your breath comes into your body and out of your body. Just slowing down, knowing that right now your only job is to focus on your breath. Noticing your breath as it comes in through your nostrils, down your throat, into your belly, and then noticing how as you breathe out, your breath moves from your belly, through your throat, and out your nostrils or your mouth. Notice how the breath feels. Does it feel warm or cool? Does it feel soft or rough? Does it feel relaxed or tense? No matter how it feels, just pay attention to it. Acknowledge it without judgment. Let it be as it is. And you might notice that thoughts come through your mind, or feelings like, oh boy, how long is this going to last? I got to get to something else. Or thoughts might come through like I'm worried about something. Or feelings might come through like I feel a little sad today. When those thoughts or feelings or even physical sensations come to mind, just acknowledge them, let them go, and come back to focusing on your breath. Your breath is the center of the relaxation, and so it is there to ground you. Whenever you find yourself getting distracted, pull yourself back into the breath. As that breath creates this rhythmic movement in your body, this pattern, I also want to invite you to come along on a journey with me to scan the body. We're going to start at the top of your body, at the very top. And I want you right now to think about your brain. Visualize your brain, sense its presence. And as you're sensing its presence, I want you to just give it a word of thanks. Saying something like, "Thank you, brain, for thinking for me. Thank you for doing your job, for keeping me alive, for problem solving through this crisis. Thank you, brain, for what you do for me." And then when you're ready, I want you to slowly work downwards from your brain, perhaps to your eyes. Notice how your eyes feel. And take a moment to thank your eyes. Thank your eyes for allowing you to see the people you love, the beautiful flowers that are starting to bloom, the sun of last week and the rain and the clearing out of today. Thank you, eyes, for allowing me to see. Moving down from your eyes, pay attention to your nose. You might focus on how it feels, and then you might thank it for the gift of smell, for all the smells that it brings to your attention. The ones that say it's pleasurable, but also the ones that say, hey, this isn't very good or this is dangerous. Your nose has been protecting you through the sense of smell. Thank it for that. And then moving down from your nose to your mouth, noticing how your mouth feels, noticing where your tongue is located, how it intermingles with your teeth. And I want you to just thank your mouth. Thank your mouth for keeping you healthy by eating healthy food and healthy drink. Thank your mouth for knowing how to express yourself, to talk to others, to communicate. Thank your mouth for all the ways that it keeps you healthy, and it works so hard for you all day long. And when you're ready, moving down from the mouth, let's go to the heart. Imagine in your mind's eye what your heart looks like. What's it doing right now? Is it beating fast or slow? Imagine your heart pumping that blood out to the rest of your body, keeping it alive and vigorous and energized. And then take a moment to thank your heart. Thank you, heart, for beating, for keeping me alive even when I don't even think about you, for doing your work thanklessly and selflessly. This is my opportunity to thank you. And then moving through just a little from the heart into the lungs. Focusing on that breath, filling up your lungs. Imagining how those lungs fill up like a balloon and they just receive that air and then they direct it to all the parts of your body that need that oxygen. Thank you, lungs, for keeping me alive, for filtering that air and only keeping the good air. Thank you for giving me the breath of life. Let's move down from the lungs and into, let's say, the belly. Thanking the belly for doing its hard and continuous work, digesting, keeping our gut healthy, for keeping all the parts of our body running smoothly, the intake and the output. Thank you, stomach, for running so smoothly and doing the very best job that you can do with what I feed you. Thank you for keeping me healthy. Down from the stomach, let's move to the legs. The legs and their muscles, the joints, the tendons, the ligaments. Think about your legs and how strong they are, how they give you height, strength, and speed. And give them some thanks. Show them your appreciation and your gratitude. Thank you, legs, for keeping me up, for moving me around, for getting me from place to place, for giving me strength, for keeping me going. Lastly, let's move to the feet and the toes. Our feet work tirelessly for us. They're at the bottom of the body, and sometimes they're at the bottom of our gratitude list. But we wouldn't be where we are without our feet. Imagine your feet, all those bones and ligaments, the heel, the instep, the ball of your foot, and all those toes. Think about them, give them a wiggle. Notice that they're there. And then say thanks for the job they do. Thank you for keeping me upright. Thank you for always being on me wherever I journey. Thank you for taking the wear and tear of the wooden floors or the cemented sidewalks, even the dirt road. Thank you for taking on all that wear and tear, sometimes darn right abuse, and still being there for me, still taking me where I want to go, grounding me to the earth below, helping me feel held and stable wherever I am. Take a few moments to get in touch with any other part of your body, one that we've already mentioned or one that we haven't. Any part of your body that you're especially grateful for today. Take a moment to check in, to intentionally be grateful for that part of the body. Send it a message of thanks. Notice if you feel any different because of that. Notice how your body might feel different now as compared to the beginning of our mindfulness. So now take a moment to just scan your whole body. Notice any changes, if there are any, and if there's not, that's okay too. Knowing that you've taken a moment to give honor and thanks to you and all the parts that make you up to be who you are. And that is self-care. That is self-compassion and self-nurturance. And you've given yourself a gift today. And that any time in your day or your week, if you ever want to return to tuning into your body and being more at one with your body, you can do that, whether through a whole body scan or through just connecting with one or two parts of your body that you're especially wanting to connect with. It's up to you, but that this practice is available to you whenever you need a moment to take a break from your problems, from the world's troubles, and just do a little self-nurturing. As this mindfulness practice comes to an end, I'll invite you to slowly start taking in the sounds of your environment a little more. You may want to start moving around in whatever way it feels comfortable, wiggling your fingers or moving your neck and shoulders a little bit. And then slowly, as you're ready, becoming more and more aware of the room and the environment around you. Slowly opening your eyes when you're ready and coming back to the conversation. How was that, Melissa?
That was lovely. I have never said thank you to my heart before, and that was my favorite part.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That is such a lovely practice and exercise because just like you mentioned last week of coming back to your breath and your breath always being with you. This is again something else that we always have it with us. We can just stop and pick one or two things or go through the whole body scan. So I really, really enjoyed that. And I can honestly say that I do feel even a little bit better than I did before. So that's fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought it especially was relevant right now because COVID-19, the fear of it, is so focused around our body and our health.
Mm-hmm.
We feel threatened physically because of what could happen if we get the coronavirus or have the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And so focusing in on how strong and protective our bodies are, I think can, it's kind of like, what do they call it? Where when you say something, it becomes true. So
Right.
speaking it into existence. And so
Yes.
praising our body for how strong and healthy it is, I think can help our immune system be all that much better in the face of a threat like COVID-19.
I agree with you. I think there's so many ways that gratitude can come into play with this. Even looking at the time of being at home right now, and I have found myself trying to flip that into a way of how can I be thankful for it instead of feeling restricted by it, and
Yeah.
so thankful for having. I've been saving a ton on gas money from commute and having time to read a book or do the things at home. So yeah, gratitude is a great thing to practice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So Melanie, thank you for this today and for this to take us through this week.
Absolutely.
Where are we headed next week?
Next week, we're going to talk about something that's a little, it's a little more information. It,
Okay.
um, so the information is going to be a bit more serious and it's going to be a little bit more complicated, but it's really about how we're all grieving through this coronavirus crisis and the self-isolation. We've all lost something in this last month. And so our next video will be about the stages of loss that people can go through.
Okay.
So that when your moods are all over the place and you think you're just going crazy, you're actually not. You're not crazy.
Good.
So, yeah, it's very normal. And so next week we'll talk about why that's normal and the science behind it.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for this. I'm thankful for you, extending gratitude to you for your time.
Thank you. I'm very thankful for you, Melissa, too, because you do this with me every week and it was your idea to begin with. So thank you for bringing this to everybody at CAS.
My pleasure. I hope that you guys all have a really good week and we will chat again next week.
Sounds great. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.